It's the summer of quick fires. All right, so I want to do a little E3 beef steak tip, and these are ribeye tips and New York strip tips with a little mushroom, with a little pasta, just in the grill with a little bit of smoke in the cast iron. Big, bold, fast, beautiful flavors. Let's get in the action. So this is gonna happen fast. You know, we need to go ahead and put a wood chunk in the hottest portion of our fire and get that good, clean smoke. So today we're gonna be using pecan. If you're from a place where hickory is more prevalent, use hickory. If you like oak, use oak. You really can't go wrong. I'm just gonna sneak this little wood chunk. You don't need much. It's the essence of smoke right there. And I'm starting to smell it already, but I hadn't seen it combust yet, okay? But we still got time. We're stabilized at 400 degrees. Check out this, I got a little butter for us. Look at that, baby. All right, and this butter's gonna brown. So I'm gonna use a little butter olive oil mixture, and that's gonna increase the smoke point for us so we can get some nice caramelization and not burn up on these beautiful steak tips. We did choose blackening season from Lane's Barbecue, so let's go ahead and season up our steak tips. And let's get a little butter, right, into this. And this is just so fun. I love chunks of butter like this. Go right in. I mean, how fun is that? Touch of olive oil in. Putting that cold, big old knob of butter in there, cooled things down just a little bit. We don't want to stew this meat. So once we see that shimmer, and I'm starting to see it now, and look, I see combustion on our wood chunk there. So all good things are happening. Let's go ahead and put this meat in there and get a little sear. One tester. You know what? We could do a little better now. I'm gonna lower. I'll show you how easy it is. We're gonna lower the grill grates. I want to be closer to the flame. Again, we don't want to stew this meat. I want to sear it and have it ready to rock. So we're going all the way down.
The butter smells fantastic.
Yeah, and it's gonna brown too. It's gonna get that burn noisette kind of nutty, popcorny flavor. Just pull it off for a second. I love this divide and conquer system. Just being able to control the heat like that makes it so nice. Now we're really gonna get it rip-roaring seared. Wow. Yeah, and I'm just using the grill grate to kind of maneuver this Lodge cast iron. And we're starting to see a little more shimmer. Again, we'll go in with a test. It's pretty good, but I really want to sear. We've reached the smoking point. Notice how I don't have any burnt pieces in there. So let's go ahead and get our meat in the pan, searing up. Don't stack it. And now we don't move, but we're gonna drop the dome so that we can accept some of that smoke. So this is a hot smoke sear. While we're waiting for the turn, we're gonna give that about a minute, minute and a half sear, then we're gonna flip it. Let's go ahead and chop some of this garlic. Because we're working at such a high temperature, you know, we're 400, 425, but we're really close to the flame. I'm gonna leave some of these garlic pieces a little larger so they don't just burn up on impact. Let's get a little green onion as well, and I don't wanna cut this too small. Beautiful. So we're kind of prepping all of our mise en place here. I've got my mushrooms, and we have assorted mushrooms in here. There's cremimis, shiitakes, oysters, really nice little mixture there, and some fresh thyme. And we've already got some cooked noodles ready to rock. Again, this recipe video, this written recipe will be down below in the YouTube channel. Let's flip our steakums. Cruising upwards of 500 degrees now. Oh yeah. And now we turn. And look at, that's the caramelization I want to see. I'm gonna start migrating everything to one side so that I can make a little more room for my mushrooms. So my mushrooms are gonna go in now. We're just gonna let those cook down just a little bit. And then we'll hit the garlic on top. Continuing to sear. All right, let's go ahead and close it down so we can get a little bit more smoke adherent. Oh yeah. Wow. Now we mix everything. And I want those mushrooms to soak up some of that fond from the beef. This is meaty, meaty, meaty. Now we go in with our garlic and scallions. Oh yeah, you beauty. Little roll around. I need a little bit more moisture content. You know what that means? Butter, butter, butter. You could use white wine in here if you wanted to, but we're gonna put a bunch of egg noodles in here, and I love butter, blackening seasoning, garlic, steak, mushrooms, just all of it. And this cook is 90% done. Now we're gonna start putting our noodles in. And this is one of those things that's almost better the second day, right? It's almost stroganoff-y, isn't it? All of those noodles are just gonna drink up that butter, that goodness. We'll go in with just a touch of salt. And this is something, you know, this is family style. We can serve directly from this, this cast iron piece if we wanted. I'm gonna transfer it into a bowl. Let's go ahead and get it out because we are there. Boom, woo! All right, that was A-okay. And then, you know, as if it couldn't get any better, I forgot we got this big old baguette over here. Let's hand tear some of that. And if we wanted to wake it up, let's go back to the grill for 2 seconds. Let's do 3 pieces of that just to wake it up. Get primal with it. Just a little char just to wake them up. I need one more there. Again, a little butter. And as soon as it melts, it starts flaming up. That tells you when you're ready to flip. You can put a little salt on that bread if you like. 3, 2, 1. Just a little bit of hand-torn, fresh farm bread. Oh yeah. And then pile some of that money up top, that E3 beef steak tips. That is a thing of beauty right there. Look at that. That is a feast. That is a feast. The hot smoke sear is where it's at. Let's go ahead. I want to get one more rotation. I'll make sure to get one of those mushrooms. I'm telling you, team, and I've said this before, simple things done perfectly win every time. Delicious doesn't have to be difficult. I'm getting the brown butter, the egg noodles, just soak all that up so nicely. We could have added more butter. Somebody out there is going to put in the comment section, oh, use a little more butter, chef. I will use more butter. Don't tell me how to live my life. Like, I'll put more butter, because those egg noodles just soak it up, and they're just meant for it, okay? And the steak is just so lush. That blackening seasoning sings. The hot smoke sear was so nice. Smoke should be used as if it were a powerful seasoning. So to be able to hit it and get clean smoke, a lot of airflow, and just bathe that whole chamber and everything in it briefly and then bring it out just elevates the entire dish. I beg of you, give this a try. You're not gonna regret it. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, we got more coming, and we got a whole bunch more in the backlog that you can check out. Hit the subscribe button, notification button, leave us a comment, all the things. Don't forget to push the like button. I get all the things, which I'm terrible at talking about. I'd rather talk about the food, but we gotta make sure we get together at least once a week and do this thing. So, and as always, from our backyard to yours, cheers and happy grilling.